Hello and welcome to Squabble, a noisy quarrel about something petty or trivial. I am your host, Carter.
I am Jacob.
And I'm the guest, their grandma.
Surprise! Yes. We have our grandma on the show. This is our grandma, and it's also Jacob's grandma.
Yes.
And we have two siblings. It's also their grandma. And we brought her on because she is our grandma, and she has knowledge of today's topic, which is, Jacob, you want to hit him hard with this?
Today's topic is the best places to travel to.
Yeah, we've each picked our favorite place to travel, places. Or the best place we think.
Well, not our favorite, because, I've not been to my place, and I know for a fact that Carter has not been to the place he chose.
Yeah. This is just what we think is the best place to travel.
Yes.
And that's very difficult, because I have a lot of favorites.
And how many places how many countries? You've been to almost all the countries.
No, I've been to 25
That's
countries.
Not, there's like
in
200 countries or something.
250.
250 or something countries.
And how many have you been to?
I've only been to 25.
That's still
more than most people.
Yeah, more than me.
But she's been to almost all the continents.
Yeah, 4 of them.
Yep, 4 out of 7. Yeah.
That's a lot. Okay.
More than half.
And we've been to one. I think I've been to one continent.
One country?
No, continent.
Yep.
Yeah, and you've been to one as well.
But we've been to a couple countries.
Yeah, we've been to a couple countries, but not as experienced. Also, Grandma, I don't know if you know this, but sometimes we tell our friends that you were a spy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you've been to a lot of places, and
we worked for Walmart, right? That's why you've been to a lot of places.
Right.
That's what she says. But is that the true story? We don't think so.
We think she's secretly a spy.
And she can't admit it.
Or she's a superhero, and she can't say it. So.
Okay, so you guys want to get into this topic?
Sure.
Who wants to go first? We'll have Jacob go first, and we'll go down the line.
I'll go first.
Because I want to be last.
My place that I think is the best place to travel to is Iceland, for many reasons.
Iceland.
They all disagree.
There's like 5 people in Iceland.
No, I'm going to look up the Iceland population while I do this. Anyways, Iceland is the best because the weather there is perfect weather.
What is it?
See, most people think it's really, really cold, but it's actually not that cold. The average weather is like 55 degrees Fahrenheit.
That is actually pretty perfect.
But what would you do there?
Oh, well, I can tell you that.
You look at cows? That's all they have.
They don't have cows there, I don't think. But they do have.
What do you mean they don't have cows?
The Northern Lights, which are cool to see, and you can see that. Look, Iceland's population is 334,000 people.
That's it on the entire Iceland.
But you can see the Northern Lights in Alaska.
Boom.
Yeah,
Alaska is
in Iceland, you can visit beautiful places like, I'm going to say this wrong, but the Reykjavik.
Uh-huh.
It's like a town there. And the Gullfoss waterfall, which is a waterfall there. What?
What is good? What is so beautiful about
it's really beautiful.
this first place that you couldn't pronounce?
I found a picture. And you can go to the Blue Lagoon, which I looked up that. It's a really cool place. It's like part volcano, part like glacier, and it's really cool.
Like one tourist attraction?
No, it's got quite a few. I found a list of 15 places. I just didn't want to list them all. There's plenty of things you can do. Plus, that you were talking about weather earlier. A warm day is like 77 degrees. So that's even better.
That's pretty good.
Wasn't the Blue Lagoon in a movie?
Probably, but it's also
don't help his case.
Yeah, see, it's in a movie.
Sorry.
It's
We're
a pop culture icon.
Yes,
it is. You can
none of us can actually name the movie.
There's rich Viking history there. If you want to learn about the Vikings, you can go see them
there.
Or
you can just Google it.
No.
Yeah.
Also, not to mention they have good food because they have seafood, and
every place
they have a thing called leaf bread because they can't grow like grains there and wheat. So they have a thing called leaf bread, and they actually cut it in to look like leaves.
Is it made out of leaves?
I think so. Yeah.
You think so?
I'm pretty sure.
But actually, it's just bread shaped like a leaf.
No, it's like because they can't grow wheat there, so they have to make it out of other things.
Wait, why?
They probably don't have a Walmart there either.
I'm sure there's a couple Walmarts,
Yeah,
maybe one.
The only people who live there are like farmers and Vikings, apparently.
Saunas. There's saunas in Iceland.
But there's everything you've said about Iceland, you can get somewhere else.
And there's glaciers in Iceland. And it's cool because how many people say they've been to Iceland?
300. That's it.
No, it was
300,000. Sorry.
That's a cool thing. Those are all the cool things. And did I mention the Northern Lights?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you sort of did.
You can write everything that you've mentioned is just like you can write on the palm of your hand. There's nothing more.
No. You can probably ski there.
Probably. You're making stuff up.
No, I'm sure you can. There's glaciers, so that's cool.
My place is way better than that. Grandma, is your place better than that?
Oh yeah, my place is way better.
Okay, so sorry,
than
Jacob. I think you have. Well, maybe we'll come back. But Grandma, what is your number one place?
Well, I'd have to say it's Thailand.
Thailand.
Yeah, the people are amazing. They're so
I bet the people in
nice.
Iceland are amazing.
There aren't any people there.
It's so many things to do, and the food is incredible, and there's like beaches and there's mountains and.
Do they have glaciers?
I didn't see any glaciers because it's like 120 degrees on a normal day.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. So it is kind of hot.
And they have Thai tea there, probably.
Oh, they have Thai tea. They have wonderful Peking duck.
What is that? Oh, Peking duck. Okay,
Yeah.
I know what that is.
Wait, I don't know what that
It's
is.
just like duck, right?
All of their meals are like events. Every meal is like 7 to 10 courses.
Wow, that's like my kind of meal.
Yeah. So it's really amazing food, and shopping is so good because the money exchange rate. So
Oh, yeah, it's like super cheap there,
yeah, like
Well,
it's-
Iceland is actually kind of expensive.
So yeah, it's cheap because 20 baht was like $1 in the United States. So you
20 baht.
You
Is
can
baht,
buy
I'm
a
guessing,
lot
is
for 20
their
baht.
dollar?
Yeah. So it's
That's robots.
yeah. You can ride elephants through the jungle.
Oh yeah, we.
Bet you can't do that in Iceland.
You can probably like ride walruses or something.
No, why would you want to ride a
You could see a walrus probably.
Okay, so what?
And weren't you like friends with the king of Thailand at one point, or the previous king or something?
Well,
you got to meet him.
The king just passed away not too long ago, but yes, I got to go to the palace and
Yeah.
have dinner.
Nice.
I got to do exercises with the princess
Oh,
of
that's cool.
Thailand. That was
That's
fun. So I got to meet the Dalai Lama.
What is that?
Like, yeah, what does he do exactly? I know he's like a leader. Like, what is he like?
He's like really the leader in India. So
Is he kind of like
That's
the
cool.
president almost, or like the prime minister or
it's very
something?
interesting. So there's a lot of interesting things to do.
Is that where you killed the monkey and ate monkey brain?
Well, I didn't personally do it, but they do that. They have tables and they have holes in the middle, and they put the monkey there, and you beat the monkey with a mallet.
Ew.
That's like in Indiana Jones. There was a scene where they did that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Right? Wasn't there?
So they also eat
yeah, I think so.
porcupines.
Ooh, I want to eat a porcupine.
That would hurt.
I want to pet. Well, yeah, I don't think you probably don't eat that part.
Skinning it would be good.
Yeah, I don't think you eat the quills.
So,
You probably
I bet,
could, though.
I bet it'd be like that's like the part they save because
It's
you
like
use
a
it as
pretzel.
a toothpick afterwards.
Oh.
the quills, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
a toothpick.
Yeah.
I think they're a little small for a
Very
toothpick.
dangerous, too.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
get stuck there in your
Yeah, they're like
glasses.
barbed. I don't think toothpicks are barbed.
They could be.
So-
They are now. Okay, you guys want to hear my place?
Yeah,
Yes.
can't wait.
Okay, my place is better than both of your
Here it
guys'
goes.
place.
Here it comes.
Especially Jacob's place.
My place is great. Also, did I mention that there's leaf bread?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you
There's
did
no
mention-
leaf bread in Thailand.
I'm
Thank
sure
goodness.
they could.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know.
Okay, here's my place. Grandma's never been there. Jacob, you've never been there. You'll
You've
both
never been
want to go there, I'm sure, after I sell you on it. My place, and actually, fun fact, only 24 people have ever been here.
And you're knocking mine for having a small population?
Oh, mine has a population of 0.
Yeah. Technically, it has a population of everyone on the planet.
I don't think I know. The best place to travel is space.
No.
Space. You can't go to space.
I think
Yes,
you're
you can.
outvoted already.
Not yet.
Wait, hold on. You can't go to space, you say. That's not true, actually. There are, count them, 3 companies right now actually selling tickets to space.
Yeah, but you can't go now. They're like
Yeah. I know.
They're like pre-ordering tickets.
Yeah, you basically pre-order ticket. They said that they can. Well, actually, a few years ago, they said they could get people in space by 2013. Obviously, that's not happening. But now they claim
So they're
that
liars.
they can get people in space by 2021.
That's
So,
like 3 years.
I know.
And
3
the
years.
tickets to go are
Yeah, are 250,000.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Easy,
That's not-
easy money, right? What?
But if
So
you
this
don't
is
want to
not
go,
an
if you don't want to buy a
excuse.
ticket and go by yourself, the spacesuit alone is $12 million. So $12 million.
Like if you want to go privately, like
Yeah,
with
if you
your
just
own
wanna-
private jet.
Right. Well, just the spacesuit is $12 million. I don't
Not
know how
even the
much
jet.
the jet or the.
And where do you
spaceship
purchase
is-
this suit?
Yeah.
I don't think you can purchase a suit. You probably have to get in cahoots with the gov.
Maybe I could make one for
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can make one. It's got to be airtight, like airtight. But yeah, only $250,000 to go to space. Only
Oh,
25 people have been there, or 24 people have been there, and only 12 people have ever walked on a planet, which is the moon. No one's ever walked
Well-
on the other planets.
Well, as far as we know. Well, why would you
Whatever.
want to go to space? So you, I mean,
Good
I
question.
get why you want to go to space, but like,
Oh, no,
that
I-
seems like a very pricey for just a round trip. You just go up there and come back down.
There are thousands of planets in space. There's only 8 planets in our solar system.
Only 8
How
that we
many
can
do
get.
you get to see for
Yeah.
the 250,000?
I'm not
Maybe
100%
one.
sure. I don't think they've really fleshed out the idea yet.
Yeah, probably
I'm
not.
I don't
They're
have
they're waiting until 2021 to do
Yeah,
that.
I don't have a whole lot of faith in the companies yet, but I do think once that technology reaches, tourist level where they can bring random people up into
Mm-hmm.
space, I think I mean, they've already sold tickets, so somebody's getting there.
Well, they'll probably just keep pushing
There's-
the date out.
Do you know how many tickets they've sold?
I know they've sold at least one though.
There
How do
might
you-
not be
yeah,
room
maybe there's
on
not.
the-
Bill
on the
Gates has
ship for
reserved
you.
a seat.
Really?
On one of the companies. He's bought a ticket.
Well,
How do
that's
you know?
pocket change for him.
Yeah, that's
True,
easy.
but he's gonna go.
He could sell out.
So don't you want to go to space with Bill Gates?
Well, yeah, I do. But
How fun of a vacation would that be?
She's
I
already
went,
met Bill Gates,
I
so-
went to Mars with Bill.
Well,
Did you?
Me and Bill at Mars.
That's
Well,
what you're going to be able to say?
Yeah,
yeah,
That's,
I don't think you could make it to Mars. That's a little far.
Well-
it takes also. Yeah, how long is this trip? It takes like months to get to
no,
space
not true actually.
or to get to Mars.
Thank you for bringing that up because I did write this down.
Okay.
Space actually isn't that far away.
Well,
Space begins
space.
at what scientists call the Kármán line, which
Yeah.
is only 62 miles away, an hour drive, if you could drive there.
Okay, but
If you
to
could
get
drive
to the
straight up.
moon or to get to Mars, that's a lot further.
Okay, well, I'm not advocating for the moon or Mars.
Yes, you did. You just said you were going to go to Mars with Bill
I'm
Gates.
advocating all of space, okay?
All of
Space
space.
is better than those locations. I have more, I can convince you guys more because if you want to go to Venus, a day on Venus is longer than a year on Earth, Earth years. So
Yeah,
like
so
one day
a
would be
trip-
a whole year. More
So
time,
you're going to
more
take
fun.
a year-long trip?
No, well, I guess, yeah. But for you,
For-
it'll only be a day if you're on Venus.
But we've never been to Venus. No one's ever been there. I don't think
You can be the first one.
I don't think they're going to send you that
Well, you
far.
don't have
What's
to
the
walk
air-
on Venus.
What's
You can
the
just
air
fly
quality
around.
there?
Really good. You have to bring your own, but
Bring your own air.
yeah.
Does it say that on the ticket?
Yeah, you can't survive on Venus. But I'm not saying to walk on Venus. You can just fly around it.
So you fly around it for a year.
So you're suggesting
No, just a day. But then when you get back on Earth, it
you
will
have heard
been a
all of
year.
the you know about like all the training that astronauts have to go through to get to space, right? Like,
Yeah. Easy. Because
They have to like be
that's a
in
bonus
peak
though.
physical condition.
Once you're in space, you come back and your friends are like, "Wow, Jacob, you're so buff. How'd you get so buff?" And you're like, "Well, I went to space."
Well, yeah. Did you know that it also like it makes you sick and stuff? And
no,
like,
actually, it makes you taller.
it does make you a little bit taller because your
Yeah.
spine decompresses.
Well, sign me up.
Yeah, there. Your grandma, you need it. See, grandma, don't you want to go to space now? You'd be taller.
Well, you
when
get like
come
an
back.
inch taller, and
Yeah.
it like gives you back problems because it stretches your spine out.
No, it doesn't. That's a
Yeah,
myth.
no, I looked it up. And do you know that it actually can cause eye problems too? Because something about the space, they're still studying it, but it can make your eyes and like your eyesight can get worse. Do you really want that, Carter?
And you have no gravity, right? So you're just floating around.
Yeah.
up
What if
there.
you get left?
I would like to touch on this eye thing. That's a stupid thing. I've never heard that before.
'Cause-
And did you know you can't cry in space?
Well,
So you're always happy.
so all the pain just has to.
And what did you
stay
say,
inside.
Grandma? I'll refute that too. What?
I said there's no gravity, so you're
Oh,
just floating
that's a
around.
bonus. That's so fun.
What do you get left?
You could be so well. You don't. You're in a.
if I
you don't
get left
just
in
walk
Iceland-
around in space by yourself. You don't float away.
I don't know, Jacob. I'm not too convinced about
Yes.
going to space.
I'm not either. I think that Iceland is better than space.
Guys, the northern star is going away. And you have
What
to
does
get
that
there
mean?
first. The Northern Star scientists.
What is the Northern Star? Like
Where's
the sun?
it going?
The North Star?
Yeah.
Where's it
How,
going?
what, did you just ask what the North Star was? You just
I
asked what
wanna-
the North Star was.
I want to know where it's going.
Well, in the year 13,727, the North Star will be evaporated.
Wait, what is the North Star? I'll
You know, the
admit it.
Northern Star. In the sky? You've never heard about
No, I've never heard
You
of
look
it.
up, you see the Northern Star?
No, do you know what he's talking about?
Yeah, we're going to have to take you outside and show you the
What do you
Northern
mean?
Star
Are you-
tonight.
literally every map that's ever been made has been based off the Northern Star. That's how maps were
Oh,
invented.
like the bright one that's like north?
Yeah, Jacob, the bright star that's north.
Yeah. Well, yeah, what's happening to it?
It's evaporating. Well, stars are just burning balls of gas.
Yeah.
And in the year 13,727, the North Star will be evaporated.
13,000?
Yeah.
I'm-
So you don't have very long.
You know, I don't think
Not
I'll have
very
to
long.
worry about
Yeah,
that.
I think I'll be dead before it
But
disappears.
it will be gone soon. So, so don't you
What's
want to
your
go
definition
to
of soon?
13,727?
I think we can enjoy it from the earth.
Yeah, I'm
No,
pretty
don't you-
content
Okay.
looking at it.
Did you know that you've seen less than 5% of the universe?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
What do you mean you're fine?
I mean, actually, I've seen pictures of more of it.
Don't you want to experience 100% of the universe?
I do, but there's a part of it I already haven't experienced that's close to home. That's Iceland. Iceland's not very far away.
That basically doesn't count for the universe. The universe can
Yeah,
just-
that's like 0.2% of the universe I haven't been to.
Okay,
What?
I know
No.
you guys, and I know that you guys are going to be bored to tears in Iceland or space.
You can't cry
What?
in space, so.
That's true.
That's true, you can't. But
Okay.
you will be bored. There will be no video games.
Well,
That's true.
There'll
That's
be
true.
no
But there's no video
television.
games in Thailand.
Well, you could bring
Oh,
video
yes,
games.
there are.
Oh.
There are?
Oh, my goodness.
What games
Carter,
do you
it's
play in
Asia.
Thailand?
The Asia is
We
like
can
full of
play.
video games.
Yeah,
That
some
is
of them
true.
come from there.
What sports do they play?
Did
in
you know
Thailand?
Iceland is only 3,000 miles away?
Zip it with this Iceland stuff.
They play soccer.
I do like
That's
some
true.
good soccer.
You can play some soccer. And they like weave baskets there, right?
Yes.
Thailand?
They make their balls.
Oh, yeah, you
that
have-
they play with out of.
Yeah, we have some.
baskets. That's right.
You brought them back to us.
Do they race elephants?
Yes, they do.
Is that
Really?
legal though?
That would be so cool.
Because I mean, I don't know.
Okay,
That seems a
I
little
would
sketchy.
give up space for a good elephant race, but only if I get to participate.
I would
Maybe
give
I
up
should
elephant
take
racing
you to
for some leaf
Thailand.
bread.
Once I take you to Thailand, you're going to really understand how much
Well, once
money
I take you guys to Iceland and see the northern lights, I bet you could see the northern star from the glaciers in Iceland.
Now, I've seen the northern lights in Alaska.
Oh,
Ha,
she's like-
Alaska has everything Iceland has, but
And
better.
No,
it's
they've in
incredible.
Iceland. I've heard, or in Alaska, they have like really bad mosquitoes. That's what I heard.
In Iceland?
No, in Alaska.
Oh, mosquitoes can't live in Alaska. It's too
Yes,
cold.
our friend Joshua. He told us he used to live there. He said that there were mosquitoes all over the place.
Where in Alaska was
I don't
it?
know. That's what
Are
he
they
said.
like frozen mosquitoes?
It's not that cold in Alaska.
Because you know,
Most of the time it's cold, but not
Yeah,
all the time.
I guess it's true.
Well,
But I never saw a single mosquito.
maybe. When did you go? Did you go in the summer? Maybe they come out in the summer.
All I'm imagining right
Maybe
now
not.
is that scene in
Jurassic-
Jurassic Park,
Yeah.
where they find a frozen
He's not
mosquito.
frozen. He's like in a rock.
Yeah, but he's frozen. He froze. He's a
Yeah.
frozen mosquito, and so like, and if you go to Alaska, there's so many mosquitoes, but they're all frozen. So like, they don't really do anything.
See, that's
what I'm
I
imagining.
bet that there's not even frozen ones in Iceland. I bet there's none.
Mosquitoes are everywhere.
But in Iceland, there's probably cute animals like walruses and seals and
walruses are not cute.
Walruses are so cute. Have you seen a walrus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see, they're ugly.
I bet there's like bunnies there, like snow bunnies, and
Bunnies are
those
not
snow
cute.
foxes. Those are cute too.
I think they're a lot better than space aliens.
That's true. Space aliens aren't cute.
Space aliens probably are cute if we ever saw one. Did you know that President Carter actually, which is me, no, just kidding. President Carter actually sent a message to the aliens when he was president. Yeah, he
Wow.
got 2 records, and
Should have been impeached.
He recorded what he thought was Earth, like the sum of Earth. He recorded various musics, and then he recorded like people just talking. He recorded the beach. He recorded his own presidential speech. He recorded like a bunch of random stuff like that, and then
Can we find these recordings
yeah,
on the
actually, it's
internet?
5 hours long.
Oh.
And then he sent both of them out into space. So
just for anyone to find. This is like a message in a bottle, but
exactly. It's a message in a bottle, but it was a record.
I don't think there's any aliens, so I don't think if we go up there we'd find any. And if we did, they wouldn't be as cute as walruses.
Well, actually, in 2016, we got a message from aliens. Kind of.
No.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah, we found
what does that mean?
We received some radio signal that we think was from space, but it's actually just probably from Russia.
It was probably President Carter's sounds
he's
coming back to
It was a
us
big
through the
boomerang.
air.
Yeah,
President
that's what
Carter
that
was crazy, I guess.
He was a conspiracy theorist.
Honestly, I guess he was, because he sent messages. Instead of a message in a bottle, it's a message in a record.
I bet you could send a message in a bottle in Iceland because they've got it's ocean on all sides.
But no one would find it because there's no one there.
Well, they could go to Greenland where there's even less people.
How could space play the record? Because what are they going to play it on?
True.
I just choked on my coffee.
Wow.
Glad you asked. The International Space Station. It's the ultimate tourist destination.
I don't think they're not going to allow people tourists
can play
in there.
music there.
They can, but I don't think they're going to allow tourists in there.
Also, did you know that their kitchen is stocked with Coca-Cola? That's the first beverage that was ever drank on the International Space Station.
Okay, but like here in Iceland, I can drink all sorts of beverages. I bet they've got some like good pubs beverages. In Iceland.
And and inside the National Space Station, there's no chairs because you just float around all the time.
That's true, and they sleep in the floor, they just sleep like sideways.
Yeah,
but that's not a good thing.
You can sleep and float.
That's disorienting. I've seen videos. It's scary.
No, it's not. It's awesome. You get to just be lazy all the time.
You wouldn't know when it's time to sleep and
exactly.
No, they got a little watch that tells them how many hours it's been.
It's still disorienting and scary.
It'll like beep when it says it's
and you're
time
constantly
to go to bed.
spinning.
No, I mean I guess, but you won't feel it because
I suppose
all your blood's floating around.
In Thailand, they have these incredible beds, and they're made out of stone and marble, and they're so plush and soft, and they lay
stone beds that are soft.
Well, the mattress.
The mattress is in the stone, Carter. Duh.
They make fresh chocolates and give to you every night.
Hey, well, in Iceland, it's always hot chocolate weather. That's the best weather, hot chocolate weather.
That's debatable.
Yeah, that's true. That's the best weather is the weather where you can wear jackets. You've said this yourself, Carter, where you can drink hot chocolate.
That's
true.
true.
And in Iceland, it's always that weather.
It's colder in space, though.
Well, in Thailand, I have to admit, you don't want to wear a jacket.
Yeah.
Well, you can. I think there's two types of people: the cold people and the warm people.
I'm a cold person.
Yeah. If you're a warm person, Thailand's probably better. But
if you're a cold person, you want to go to Iceland.
You want to go to space. Nobody wants to go to Iceland.
But
Everyone
in
wants to go to
Thailand,
Iceland.
you can swim
Tell that to the Vikings.
every day because it's always warm. It's
That's
always weather.
You can go to a sauna though and get in like a hot tub in Iceland. You don't want to get in a hot tub in space or in Thailand.
I don't know. A hot tub in space sounds awesome.
It does sound kind of cool, but the water would just float up, and you couldn't.
You wouldn't stay there. You would float above.
Well, you can strap yourself in, maybe.
And then the water would go away from you. You can't strap in the water.
Okay, here's my last point to argue space. So many, because you said it just a second ago, pop culture icons were set in space. Star Trek,
So was
Star
Iceland.
Wars, Galaxy Quest. They're all set in space. What was set in Greenland or Iceland? I mean,
The Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
No, that was Greenland.
That was Greenland. How about any movie with Vikings was probably like off the coast of Iceland.
You're making stuff up.
I mean, think about this. Would you rather be an astronaut or a Viking?
An astronaut.
No. But Vikings are cool.
I am a Viking because that was my high school.
Is that high school mascot?
Yeah.
Oh, see?
Well, okay.
She'd rather be a Viking.
Think on this. Astronaut is actually Greek for star sailor. Who doesn't want to be a
Viking
star
is
sailor?
like Nordic for like just cool.
But in Thailand, you know what's popular there? Ninjas.
Oh,
Okay. Oh, that's true.
But I'd still rather be a Viking than a ninja.
I'm not gonna say space is. Okay, space and Thailand are close to being tied. I have to say that because we did an episode on ninjas versus pirates, and I was on Team Ninja.
Well, pirates are closer to Vikings, and so I'm on Team Viking.
I'm not 100% on Thailand yet, but I am way more on Thailand than stupid Iceland.
No, that's false.
Well, I have to vote against Iceland.
Iceland is so cool.
I am voting against space as well, so I'm pretty sure Thailand wins.
Also, well, how about this? Scandinavian names are a lot cooler than English names. Or I don't know about Thai
Give
names.
me some Scandinavian names.
Well, let me look up what that one on my notes was of that town. It's
Space names are cooler.
It's where'd it go? Reykjavik.
How about Neil Armstrong?
That's just stupid.
Do you know in Thailand, the more letters you have in your name, the more important you are.
Well, do you remember what the
So
king's
it's
name was?
important to have long names.
Well, in Iceland, they've got really long names.
Neil Armstrong's a pretty long
Like,
name.
Did you know that Neil Armstrong backwards is Nort's Mr. Alien?
Yep, I did. And come on, if that's not proof enough for aliens, then I don't know what is. Nort's Mr. Alien.
Neil Armstrong was an alien.
I can get on board with that.
That is a.
I can also get on board with space.
I can. Was that like a commercial?
Yeah, that was like get
Or a
on
pun.
board with space. Ding.
Get on board with the Vikings and go to Iceland and eat some leaf bread.
Jacob, Vikings were vicious murderers.
No, they
Yeah.
were a kind-hearted group.
What?
In Thailand, you can ride in a toot-toot.
Oh, what?
Oh, a toot-toot.
Uh-huh.
What's a toot-toot? Is that like a boat?
No,
Oh.
it's like a little car that's powered by propane tank, and you get
Oh,
to
that's
ride
cool.
around it.
Does it like shoot fire out the back?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
That's really cool.
I was just making stuff up.
Is that like you? I think you gave me a little pin. That was one of those.
I did. I gave
Okay,
you
that's
a
what
little
that's
toot-toot
pretty.
pin.
It didn't actually shoot fire. The pin didn't.
Oh, it should have.
But that would be cool. If you had a little pin that shot
That's
fire.
cool.
And there's monkeys in Thailand.
There's lots of monkeys.
I've seen a video where there's like this little pyramid, and there's just like monkeys all over it, and people will just go and they can like walk around, and the monkeys will just follow them because they'll give them food.
It's like pigeons, right? Like
Yeah.
on the beach.
Exactly, but it's monkeys.
And they
That'd
climb
be
up
so
and
cool.
they throw coconuts and bananas down. too.
That's dangerous.
Yeah, that's dangerous with coconuts. Coconuts like kill people.
Well, you have
Yep.
to, get out of the way.
Yeah.
And space is not that dangerous.
Oh yeah. Let's talk about danger
Yeah.
in space.
You make one wrong move and your head blows up. It implodes.
Well, I guess, but that also means that that there's a lot of safety regulations, so that makes it more safe.
But you'd
I
be
don't know about that.
enclosed in a spaceship. You couldn't really
Yeah.
get out and do anything.
If something goes wrong, you have no control over the situation. You're just dead.
If you didn't have to wear a spacesuit or be in a space shuttle, and you could just travel space freely, would you go to space instead?
I could travel all of space
and
freely.
you could walk on planets completely harm-free.
I would take the chance. Any chance I would take to go
Would
to
you
space.
blow up Iceland for that
But
chance?
no, that's what I was gonna say. I would go to space for any chance, but I would go to Thailand or Iceland. Over space.
Even if you could just travel freely on every planet?
But you say
'Cause-
that's just a myth, and
Yeah.
this is reality. what
See,
we can
true.
do.
You can go to Iceland and eat leaf bread and meet the Vikings, and
Oh, you cannot meet the Vikings.
you can
Jacob.
meet
They don't
Viking
exist.
descendants.
Well, we could all be Viking descendants. There's absolutely no
And
way
you can
to
go
tell.
to Thailand and race elephants, but you can't
Riding
go to
tutus.
space
If
and
you- well,
go.
actually,
You can't
you
go to Mars with
can.
Bill Gates. She's been to Bill Gates' house.
Yeah.
You don't even need to go to space with him.
Bill Gates, if you're watching, Grandma, can you send? Do you have Bill Gates' email or something?
I don't think
No.
so.
How about Jimmy Buffett? I have his.
Yeah. Jimmy
Tell him-
Buffett, if you're watching.
Ask him where
And
he'd
Bill-
rather go.
Bill Gates, send me a text or something.
Shoot
Tell
me
that-
a text.
Yeah, call me and tell me that space is better.
What's your
because I
email?
know
Put
you
your
know.
private email out for everyone to see.
Yeah. Call my phone number. I'm just kidding. I mean,
I don't know if Bill Gates. I bet Bill Gates would choose Iceland to go
honestly, I don't think so.
No.
to. But he is an older fellow. He wants to relax. I'm
We already
sure.
know
He's
what
got a
Bill
stressful
Gates-
life. I'm
He
sure.
would enjoy.
He'd wanna
would
go to a
enjoy
sauna.
Asia.
We
I
already
don't know.
know.
He's probably
what
been
Bill
to
Gates
all
would
these
choose
places.
because the internet told me that he bought a ticket already.
He's
to
probably
space.
been to Iceland and Thailand before, though.
Yeah, probably old.
He probably
That's
has.
true, but if he would to go to space, he would have. He would definitely say that one was the best that he's ever been to.
I would have to disagree.
You can't say it's the best because you haven't been there.
That's true. She's technically the only one that can have a real opinion on any
But
of these
no, because
places.
she's never been to space.
But she has
either.
been to Thailand.
That's true.
That's the only place any of us here have been to, and it's her.
I've been to Space Mountain.
Oh, we've been there too.
And we've been to Disney World and went on space rides too.
Yeah, and I don't remember them. I remember crying during the Yeti ride.
That's not space. Hey,
But
you
hey,
cried during
you
the
could
Yeti
probably
ride.
see a Yeti in Iceland.
But you cried.
But I was little. Now I'd be all over the Yeti. And you could probably see a Yeti in Iceland.
Yeah, whatever.
There's no Yetis in Thailand. That's Bigfoot, is there? Or Chupacabra.
and
No, that's
where?
Mexico.
Yeah.
We don't need them.
Didn't you say like when you were in Thailand, like an animal got in your room or something one
No,
time?
that was Chile.
Oh. What was it? It was like a
It was
a cat or
leopard.
something.
Yeah,
Yep, a leopard.
it was wild.
That's
Yeah.
pretty crazy.
Yeah, jumped through the window.
Wow.
That's
at
pretty
night when I
scary.
was in bed.
How big was
Was
it?
Guns with you at that time?
Yeah, didn't you have a
No,
bodyguard?
Gun was my bodyguard in Thailand.
Nice.
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Wait, how
Yeah.
big was the leopard?
He was pretty good size.
Wow,
He looked really big to me when
that
I
is
saw him.
frightening.
Well, you're really short, so you can't.
I'm sure he was
Very
big.
Yeah, he was a pretty good sized cat.
That's cool.
Did Guns wrestle him?
Gun was in Thailand.
He
The
was not
leopard
there.
was in Chile.
Oh, yeah.
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 Whatever. Okay, well, it looks like we're out of time.
Yeah, we're another time here. Iceland is the winner.
I'm still, I'm like 60, I'm like 51% space and 49% Thailand.
I'm 100% Iceland still.
Oh, come on.
I want to go.
Grandma, have I changed your mind any?
No.
Oh, even a little tiny
No,
bit?
I'm 99% Thailand and 1% Iceland.
Yay!
What? Iceland?
Iceland.
Oh my
She wants to
goodness.
eat leaf bread, I'm sure.
That's the what. Even the people that live in Iceland don't want to be there.
I'm going to look up a recipe for leaf bread, and we can make some. And we can all eat it.
Okay, if I like this leaf bread, I will go to Iceland.
You'll give 1% to Iceland?
I'll give 1% of my
Yeah,
vote to Iceland.
that's all I need.
But leaf bread sounds disgusting. Leaves are disgusting.
You're disgusting.
I mean, actually, now that I think about it, it probably wouldn't be that bad. It probably tastes like tea.
Yeah.
Because tea is just leaf juice.
Yeah.
So it
Tea
just
bread.
tastes like tea bread, which I'm
In
kind of into.
Thailand, we cook with banana leaves.
Maybe it's banana bread,
Do
but
they
with the
taste
banana
like,
leaves.
Do they taste like
I don't think
banana?
there's bananas in.
No, we just use them to cook in. We never did
Yeah.
really eat the leaf.
Okay, well, thanks for tuning in. Thanks, Grandma, for being on the show.
Yes.
Do you have any final words about Thailand, about, anything? Bill
Iceland.
Gates?
No.
Thanks for tuning in again, and feel free to follow us on
Yep.
Instagram and Facebook. Jacob,
Yes. What about it?
give us our handle.
Oh, at Squabble Podcast. It's at Squabble Podcast on pretty much everything.
Yep.
So-
we have a Patreon. Link in the description. We have 2 patrons as of right now.
Yes.
Thank you. Feel free to show your love over there. If you think, one episode is worth $1, then give us $1. And if you do, we have free stuff like mugs and T-shirts, but it's more than $1, so it's really not free. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe because it really helps us out.
Yes.
And you can also listen to us on iTunes, SoundCloud, and YouTube.
Yes.
Yay.
Grandma, would you like to snap them later? We have a little
Do the
custom
honors.
on our show, and we say, "We will snap you later," and then we snap. Would you
wanna
like
do
to
it?
do this?
Sure.
Okay. We will snap you later. Boom. And that's
Yes.
how it's done.
That's it. There we go. The end.